Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where we're going to be building the pinnacle of warship engineering, at least in this game, the modern battleship. We're designing a late-tech battleship to fight against a whole fleet. This means that I build one battleship, or at least a ship of the battleship class, and I'm fighting off 2 battleships, 5 heavy cruisers and 5 destroyers in 2.5 hours, and I need to sink everything. No survivors, no prisoners, we give no quarter. I can pick 2 bonuses, boost tech or more funds. I'm going to go for more tech. This is going to give me more accuracy, more gun aiming speed, and overall more components. So let's go for that. I'm going to up the displacement to maximum, making sure that I have enough space on deck to put everything I want on here. Speed, not terribly important so long as I can keep ahead of the enemy fleet, so let's say 25 knots. Range, not important, but bulkheads, maximum. This ship needs to survive everything. Engines. Considering the diesels, because it reduces engine weight. The double-geared steam turbines, however, give you, I think, more acceleration. These give me an acceleration of 30% and 50% ship repair. These give you 100% ship repair on the engines, but less horsepower per ton. They are... Ooh, these things are a lot more expensive though. 650%. Alright, let's go for the marine diesel. Now, it is still weird. You can go for coal, semi-oil, or oil. I can have coal-fired diesel engines. This more has to do with floatability, but also fuel stowage. So how far can you go with a ship? And that currently is not really that important. What is important is my type of funnel capacity, because I need to make sure that this ship has engine efficiency. Auxiliary. Let's go for Aux 3, turbo electric drive, because it quickly repairs anything that gets damaged. And for the propeller shaft, I generally don't do much with this unless I'm building a fast ship. That also is going to be maneuvering quite a bit. And this thing really isn't. I mean, it's a really, really big ship at 92,000 tons, but it's not going to be doing any crazy acceleration or crazy turns. So I'm going to go with shaft 1, because it gives me a little bit max speed penalty if I do take engine damage, so I can still run away. Gives me a bit more turning rate, and it repairs my engines a little faster. Iron plates, all the way up to Krupp 4. Barbette, maximum. The last thing I want is for this ship to get an ammo detonation. Torpedo belt. Well, they have 5 destroyers. I might need some of this. I'd say torpedo 3. Anti-torp 3. But I might be able to take down the destroyers before they get anywhere near. So let's save a little bit of weight on that and go for anti-torp 2. Single bottom, double bottom, or triple bottom hull. Reduces damage from mines and torpedoes. I'm going to go for double bottom, hoping that I don't take a hit. And anti-flood should also help in mitigate damage if I do take it. Why not flood 3? I'm saving a little bit on cost and weight, and maybe I can add flood 3 later. Bulkheads, reinforced. More floatability, more hull weight, but also faster fire extinguishing. Citadel. Generally, I go for the all or nothing armor scheme, most efficient. But for this case, I want more resistance to damage, and that's what the turtleback armor seems to do best. At 15% resistance. And yes, I'm sacrificing a little bit of ammo detonation chance, minus 50, or minus 55 to minus 25, but I can still make do. So with the Citadel 4 and the Barbette 4, that should reduce my ammo detonation chance significantly. Okay then, let's start building. I want the huge superimposed barbettes. One on the bow, one on the stern. The guns. This is going to be the bread and butter of this ship. 18-inch Mark III guns. Triple barrel. Barbettes first. And one here. And one there. And I'm more or less using these as placeholders because I'll probably be shifting them around a little bit for the weight. Main tower. Advanced tower 13. That's going to give me quite the accuracy bonus. because these things give you 50% long-range accuracy bonus, as well as a base accuracy bonus and more aiming speed. Then, a secondary tower, the rear tower Mark 9. I could place it over here, but I don't really want to. The risk is that I get hit and I lose both the towers. The alternative is to place it here and try to put another turret in between, though. So this would space them out a little, but might make it more difficult for another turret to fire. Let's say that I add another turret. I cannot have another superimposed barbette here, so I would just have the 18-inch on the deck. Just like that. Unfortunately, my 4 weight offset is 5.1%. So I'd have to fix that. Can I move this superimposed barbette back? Or actually further forward? That might save me a little bit of trouble. Oh, sorry, no, it needs to be farther back, not farther forward, stealth. Come on. It needs to be more here. 3%. Okay. Then move the barbette further forward. Or further towards the stern. 18-inch on that. 4 weight offset, 1.8%. Like that. And now I need to add a mega funnel. Get rid of all this exhaust from the ship. 4 weight offset, 1.9%. I don't think I can do any better than that. Maybe shifting this turret slightly further backwards can help me, but I don't think it's going to do too much. 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 is pretty much the best that I can do. Unless this turret wants to go any farther backwards, but I don't think so. No, 1.5. And yes, that is using control and dragging the turret further back. Okay then, more stats about the armament. I'm going to go for super heavy shells. More gun range, but also 12.5% more shell penetration and more shell damage. These things are going to get fired by high TNT propellant. More penetration even, another 12% more shell damage. And also less ammo detonation chance by 2.5%. I want to have autoloaders on this. 35% even gun reload time less. Hydraulic turrets. I will take the, not really the electro-hydraulic. I don't think I'm going to need to swing these guns around too much. So I should probably be able to save on that quite a bit. Let's go for the advanced hydraulic. And I removed a turret by mistake. There. Okay then, so we have autoloaders, advanced hydraulic turrets. Now to make sure that these guns hit. Stereoscopic rangefinder Mark 5. 30% long range gun accuracy. I'm not going to use radio or radio direction finding because radar solves most of my challenges. I find radio to be more important if you have multiple ships, but I don't have that. I just have the one. So advanced radio doesn't really do much for me, and radio direction finding similarly doesn't do much for me because, yes, it tells me where the enemy is, but radar does that too. Oh, these turrets. Okay then. There are still destroyers in this fight. And those are things that I might need to take a bit more serious. Let's see, could I shift this further back? That'd be ideal. All the way over here. 4 weight offset, 1.3%. 1.3, mega funnel. 1.4. We shaved off another 0.1%. Now, there are destroyers in the game. But the destroyers are going to get hit at a range of 7,500 meters with an accuracy of 74%. If they get any closer to 5 kilometer range, it's going to be 100%. That's a hell of an accuracy. And it's something that secondary guns just cannot match. They just can't do it. At 5,000 meter range, an 8-inch gun would only have an accuracy of 35% and 33%. So I'm not really inclined to put too many secondaries on it, but this island is so tempting because it has all these slots. Could I fit an 8-inch? No, that's too big. 7? 7-inch does fit. 7-inch double barrel, 5,000 meter range, 27% accuracy. 26% on the triple, and you throw out more rounds. 27, 27, 26. I'll take a couple of triple barrels. Okay, so these things open up at a maximum range of 16 kilometers, at which range they probably don't hit anything. Hopefully against destroyers at closer range, they're going to do quite a bit of damage. Now I still have a few more slots, but I'm not sure how much room these 7-inchers take up. Could I fit 5-inch? I can. 6 then? No, 6 doesn't fit, but 5-inch does. 5-inch, 2.5 kilometer range is 77%. Although, to be fair, if something actually manages to approach this warship to a range of 2.5 kilometers, and it's a destroyer, then I'm going to have a hell of a problem. Because that means that there will be a lot of torpedoes in the water. Could I fit 3-inch? Oh, I can fit 3-inch in here. Right, armed to the teeth. 3-inch guns, reload 3.5 seconds. 5-inch guns, reload 7.5 seconds. And these, almost 14 seconds. Now, I still have quite a bit of weight displacement left that I don't think I'm going to be using. So I might make the ship a little lighter. Just lower the displacement a bit. Because that's also going to make sure that I get a bit more funds. Might be able to up the tech a little bit. Or throw on more armor. Now, let's say the enemy also has 18-inch guns. They fire back at a range of 25 kilometers, doing a 9.9-inch penetration on deck armor. So that would mean that I would need to have at least 5 inches of deck armor, because it gets a 100% bonus. That should be enough. Let's see, if I go 5-inch here, that's a bit much. Alright, she's ready to go. I jiggled around with the armor a bit, displaced a couple of the turrets, and now we have a perfect weight distribution thanks to shifting this turret back 1 bit. Maximum cost, almost maximum weight, she's ready to go. Fitting that we get a thumbnail for the Yamato class battleship. This is a super Yamato, or a Yamato and a half, because Yamato had 3 of these turrets, 3 triple barrel. I have 5. Now the enemy supposedly has been spotted this direction. I'm going to slow to full speed, which is 20 knots for the Alfonso 13. And just wait for radar to pick these ships up. Look at her. Oh wow. We get another 24% bonus from own cruise speed. Ah, targets have been located. That's a lot of range. That's almost 30 kilometers. We're looking at double barrel turrets. So dual turrets. 5 of them, so that's 10 guns. I'm not sure if the other one is the same class. I cannot really see the other one. But radar is enough for the Alphonse 13 to start turning the turrets and get ready for a fight. Accuracy at almost 30 kilometers is 2.9%. Unfortunately, I lost them. And now we have them again. Opening up. First salvo's out. Accuracy immediately locked at 12%. At this magnificent range. This is the one that I can see. 29 kilometers, let's say 30. And I can hit it with a reliability of 11%. I'm going to go for AP rounds. We'll call that a ranging shot. And here comes the big salvo. That's all the guns. This ship is going to be in a lot of trouble. Oh, that bounced off. Alright, we have an eye on the other one. Interesting design. You'd think that she might be a little stern heavy with those turrets on there, but as I have learned in another video, it's actually not that bad. It might actually balance out the ship a little better. Alright, we have our first ranging salvo out. I think. Holy shit, look at that. We get a 237% bonus for target ship size to accuracy. Bloody hell. Here comes the salvo. Look at the pretty lights in the sky. And behold. Fire. Damage to main gun. Main gun destroyed. And the ship got knocked down to 75% with the first salvo. We don't even know what we're firing at. Ship identification is at 21% only. And I keep doing this all day. That is until either I run out of ammo or they run out of ships. And at this rate, I think they're going to run out of ships a hell of a lot sooner than I run out of ammo. Flooding, more fire set. It's down to 57. Lots of stuff just got shattered there. A lot of rounds just bounced off. He's not going to keep doing that. Not indefinitely. Damage to the main tower. Fire set. What's my accuracy? My accuracy is 18% at 26 kilometers. I have seen shorter range engagements at say 5 kilometers, and they are actually less accurate. This is what all that late tech does combined. More damage to the main gun. It seems like I've already knocked out 2 turrets. And well, half the rest of the ship. Destroy the barbette, set them on fire again. And apparently we've also done some damage to the other one at 82%. More damage to the main tower. They're still at 25 plus kilometers out. Come on, can we get a detonation? More fires, this time on the stern. 32%. This poor battleship. I think it quite literally does not know what hit it. This one has now been hit. Destroy the casemate. He does seem to be fairly intent on getting closer. But I don't think he might get too close. And I don't think he even gets spotted yet. The Alphonse 13. It probably hasn't even been detected. Let's angle a little bit more to make sure I keep those guns accurate. And keep those guns on target. Because there are definitely more ships to sink out here. Fire set, destroy the main gun. That's the B turret, that's dead. Fire set, midships. I think this ship is going to be slowing down as well, considering all the damage it's taken. And I still have 1,250 shells left. We're switching targets. I haven't done this manually, but the game thinks that it... Oh, I was switching back to the battleship. Which we did a lot of damage to. Most of his bow is on fire. And he just lost another turret. Actually, I think he lost 2 turrets. Yep. The X and Z turret are out of action, so he only has the A and the Y turret. And apparently we've also inflicted a severe blow to this cruiser, which detonated his ammo in the bow compartment for 635 damage. Look at the damage numbers here. I have scored 20 penetrating hits for 10,500 damage. I've also scored 1 detonation hit for 635. Range to target, 21 kilometers. Accuracy currently on the cruiser, 10%. I'm going to finish off the battleship first, though. So let's see what this salvo does. Yeah, it's going for the cruiser. Now I have 15 guns. With an accuracy of 10%, more or less, on average, you would hit at least 1 round. And I do. That was quite painful for that ship. Flooding, severe fire. Engines are all damaged. Engines 1, 2, and 3. Rudder's damaged. Conning tower is damaged. The ship is on fire and the ship is flooding. If they don't get that under control fast, you're gonna go down. Nope, it survived. But not by much. Big salvo coming in on the battleship. Destroyed another main gun. Does it have any left at this point? And keep in mind, this ship has many bulkheads. But they're just not defending the ship enough. It's down to 14%. Almost all compartments are red. Except the ones below the waterline. But that's not going to save him. Fire set. Fire spreading throughout the ship. It almost feels a little cruel getting rid of these ships so fast. Because they don't really do much against me. They haven't fired a single round, I think. More damage. More funnel damage as well. The ship is supposed to be able to do 27 knots, but it's currently traveling at 17. There's another casemate destroyed. Oh, we got our first return fire. Now he's going broadside, and that might very well end him. He's going to make it easier to pen him. Alright, Alfonso. We need to make a slight course correction to ports to keep all these guns on target. 1100 rounds with an accuracy of 40%. Keep firing. Gotta give credit to the guys who designed the Fede Guerrera. It's still floating. Despite all the damage that it's taken, it is still here. And it's firing back with 13-inch guns. Which is not even close to my caliber. There she goes. That last salvo did it. We got a brave cruiser coming in. A battle cruiser, at least. That's what the game thinks, but it's in fact a heavy cruiser. 4 single barrel turrets. That's an interesting design. We're locking on. 15% chance to hit. Once again, reliably, you'd expect at least one shot to hit. I cannot imagine what it must be like to be on the Alfonso 13, my ship, when those 18 inchers go off. That must that must rock the whole ship. I just detonated, I think, 2 sections of ammo and did 9,000 damage to the cruiser. I have taken my first hit, a little bit of damage to the second barbette, and I have been put on fire. So far we've sunk a battleship and a battle cruiser, and the Colombo might very well be next. Ranging shot out. Ranging shot actually hit. Accuracy locked in at 28%. Bend over, buddy, because here it comes again. I think I might not even need my secondaries. Which I'd much prefer. Because if the secondaries start to do work, then something has gotten very, very close. Bounce. Hit. Damage to the main gun. This ship seems to have lost its A turret and its Y turret. Interesting design with these two secondaries, which are facing bow and stern. Also a secondary on the starboard side, which doesn't look good. I think it might be dead. This ship has many bulkheads as well. Alright, just for fun, I want to send out an HE salvo and see what that does. I want to see how much damage I inflict with an HE salvo, and how many fires I set. Because I think I might have destroyed most of his armor. So now it's just a question of destroying the rest of the ship. And a fire could help. Accuracy, 37%. Whoa! That finished him off. Alright, AP. New target. Heavy cruiser. Ranging shot locked in. 12% chance. AP. We've seen what happened to the other cruiser. This one might go down to one salvo. That went all over the place. Oh well, it was a ranging shot. That's the sinking Colombo. Here's the cruiser. Here comes the salvo. Accuracy 15%. Oh, you got something coming for you. Oh! Ammo detonation, 9,000 damage. We're just detonating ships left, right, and center. Next warship. Assumedly another cruiser. And we have an eye on 3 more. That's, I think, 2 cruisers. 1, 2, and 3. And there are supposedly also more ships around. Because I'm still missing 5 destroyers. But I'm not surprised, because I probably wouldn't be able to see those. Not at 20-kilometer range. Alright, let's speed things up a little. That looks like a destroyer. So my radar has picked up the destroyer at a range of 18 clicks. That's impressive. The warship just got mauled. Most of its aft is on fire. Severe damage to the armor. At least if my interpretation of this armor scheme is correct. No. We're not going to start firing at the destroyer. I know it's tempting, but not yet. Cruisers first. They're easier to kill. Let's see if we can get another detonation in. He is maneuvering pretty violently. But with their big guns out of action, I don't think that the cruisers can put up much of a fight. It's now also flooding. Once again. Damage to the aft. Let's switch to HE. Oh, just fire another salvo. That might kill him. Nope. Bounced off. Oh, wow. This cruiser's returning fire. Okay, then. Send out the HE volley. That's not going to bounce, buddy. Nope. Severe damage. Ranging volley on the next cruiser. Almost got him with the ranging volley. Next salvo. I'm sticking to HE for this one. Just to see what 18-inch HE does to a cruiser. Oh, dude. I know the game says CL question mark, so it doesn't quite know, but the game had intended, or had planned, that there were 5 heavy cruisers. So this is a heavy cruiser. In name, anyway. Severe damage. Flooding quickly. Almost the entire ship is flooding. He's down to 39%. 16%. Target a different ship. I think this one's going to go down easily. There you go. Ship sunk. Alright. by my count, that is all the bigger ships. That's the cruisers and the battleships. So now we're dealing with the destroyers, which could pose to be a bit more of a threat. My accuracy is only 3% against these ships because they're so small. Minus 70% due to ship target size. Doesn't matter, I won't hit them. I could get lucky, and I still have 877 rounds left. That's more than half my ammo. So I'm not concerned with taking a couple of shots at these DDs. And with the size of these shells, I only need one good hit. And it completely wrecks the destroyer. Why do you think this is a heavy cruiser? This is clearly not a heavy cruiser. It does come with torpedoes, being a destroyer. There's a battle cruiser? Oh, it's sinking. And this one is also still in the process of sinking. Close. Accuracy 7.5%. 8.5. Range to target 11 kilometers. I really want to know what the range is on these torpedoes. 10 kilometers. So they're still one click out of range. I'm going to keep a close eye on these DDs. The moment that I see those torps go into the water, I'm going to start turning. There you go, that's one. Because a ship that's almost 90,000 tons is going to take a while to turn around. What are you targeting next? I haven't given an order. I'm wondering what it's shooting at. 25% chance? What the hell are you even trying? Oh. Did I do that? Did you send one blow to finish it off? Because I thought it was already dead. But maybe the Alfonso sent out one more salvo. That would be more likely, considering the accuracy that it suddenly had. 5% accuracy on the mains versus the destroyers. Oh, is that a parting gift from the heavy? Yeah, that seems to be a parting gift from the destroyer. Oh, sorry, from the heavy cruiser. Boom, one hit. Almost full damage, 11,723. One shell. All that I need, one shell. Reloading, reacquiring. Next, Carabinieri. No torpedo launches on these ships so far. Range, 10 kilometers. So they don't really have much. What's current range? 10-2. So it could get serious at this point. Turn slightly away from them. Of course, their smoke doesn't exactly aid in my accuracy either. Secondaries open up at a range of probably 10 kilometers. But their accuracy is bad. No torpedo launches. That's good. That seemed pretty close. Ooh. Just imagine sitting on the ship like that and looking at that hail of incoming fire. And I think that these are the these are the 7-inchers that are firing. You can see the difference between the 7 and the 18 by the big yellow balls in the sky, which are not the sun. That. Just huge balls of death coming towards your ship. There you go, she's dead. I'm not sure whether it was a 7-inch or an 18. Doesn't matter. It's gone. Artiglieri and Ostro. These are next. Is my angle still good? We need to turn a little bit to port. Make sure I get all guns on target. What does she look like when all the secondaries, or when some of the secondaries are going off? Nice. Very nice, Alfonso. Very, very nice. Reload's also really good. 14 seconds. And here comes the hot death again. And she dies. One shot. Last man standing. Ostro. Not for much longer, I'm afraid. It is very, very bravely returning fire with a 5-inch gun. Which, even in the best of days, would not penetrate my ship. It just does not have the firepower. At a range of 1,000 kilometers, it has 4.9 inches of penetration. And I have 11-inch belt armor. So effectively 22 inches. And there she goes. The Alfonso 13 did not take any damage. It took one hit, but the fire was quickly extinguished. And so she immediately survived. And, moreover, destroyed everything that dared stood against her. Alright, I really, really like this mission. I really enjoy this. And, of course, there are more designs that you can go for with this modern battleship. You can also do it in reverse. Numbers don't matter. This is when you take on the enemy battleship, which is being escorted by 2 destroyers. And it's basically this one, but in reverse. So that's going to be another mission that I'm really looking forward to doing. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be causing a lot of losses. But if we at some point managed to sink that advanced battleship, then let's do it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed the Alfonso 13 with her 18-inch guns. Yamato and a half. And just seeing the mayhem that these things can inflict. And I cannot wait to unleash one of these things in the campaign when it eventually comes out. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, then you can do me a big favor by becoming a Patreon supporter. Link down below in the description. One-off tips are also much appreciated. Again, link down below in the description. Just buy me a coffee or something like that. I really, really appreciate it. Alright guys, that's all. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you soon for another video.